What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Edgar here. Another update on my portfolio. Not much has happened. Currently do have, I am up 1.19%, which is about $66. So stayed pretty flat this week. Still currently holding my Sofi and Palantir Leap call options. When it comes to Sofi, earnings were reported better than expected, but I don't think the sentiment there is as great as it was once before, because even though earnings were beat, my leap option was still pretty flat. If anything, it did go into the negative a little bit, but that must have been from like the volatility crush after earnings, of course. So not much happening with SoFi. I am still gonna hold it for the longer term, simply because with leaps, especially when you buy them 1 year plus, you do have time not necessarily working against you. Data's not taking that much from the value of the position. So for right now, I am gonna hold it. Theta right now is what, 0.0049, so it's not much, not even $1 that I'm losing by holding this position day by day. And when it comes to Palantir, earnings will be released tomorrow on Monday. Something I am looking forward to, and definitely depending on how the price moves, I will be locking in profits, simply because I think it's time for me to move on from my Palantir position. I think I've mentioned in the past, I probably could have had the option of going in and going back out, going in and going back out when it comes to these positions, SoFi and Palantir, simply because they do tend to stay in certain ranges currently at the moment. But that being said, the main reason I do want to also close Palantir is so that I can also purchase an Nvidia Leap. As we all know, Nvidia did go down approximately almost 20% up to one point, and have been looking about purchasing a Leap anywhere between at least 6 months to a year, and that would cost about, I believe, 3,000 ish. Definitely something that I could do if I were to sell my Leap position on Palantir. So let's look here. If I were to buy around the 70 delta December 19th, that would be about 3,000 ish dollars. Yeah, something like that. And then I would focus on selling calls on that. So doing the poor man's cover call on this. I feel that my portfolio has been pretty stagnant, simply because I haven't done a lot of option plays right now. I haven't done credit spreads, and I think to keep it a little bit more interesting, I'll start doing some more of that, or doing more like safely, more, not just to do trades, but to do trades that would be a little bit more safer, like credit spreads and doing the poor man's cover call on these two positions, just to build some momentum and hopefully also try to lower my cost basis on these options that I have. And yeah, and crypto, when it comes to crypto, as you can see, as you could have seen in my other videos as well, I do have Dogecoin, but that doesn't really mean much of anything. I bought it back in 2018 September, and I just have it just to have it. My return on this is almost about 4,000%, but doesn't mean anything. But it does make me wonder how much it could have been if I would have purchased a bigger amount. But yeah, and like degrown ACHD, these are what I call my core positions. I know they don't make up much of my portfolio, but these are the positions that I want to increase. I only have about $200 of each in each one, and yeah, this is my core position in the sense that the profits that I make from my other plays, or my options plays, from my leaps or credit spreads or anything like that, or hopefully eventually from the wheel strategy, is to dump it back into these core holdings, so that these core holdings can then support the rest of my portfolio. Options is something that I don't want to be the main weight of this portfolio. If anything, I want it to be like maybe 20-25% of this portfolio, so that I could then grow these core holdings in the portfolio to give this portfolio some stability, and also to see it grow over time and have to be less managed, or the least managed as possible, but at the same time trying to generate some income from that. So yeah, moving forward, if you're interested in seeing what other plays I do, make sure to subscribe so you can keep being updated on what kind of plays I've been doing, or what kind of plays I'm thinking about doing. But right now, I think I'm hold on to my Sofi, do some poor man cover calls on that, generate some income to lower my cost basis on that, hold it for, I don't know, in a while, until I'm thinking about until Sofi reaches maybe the $20th mark if possible, and then lock in some profits from there. And then for my Palantir, I would love to see it reach like around $100 if possible, but 90 is currently what I'm looking to target at the moment, and also sell covered calls on that as well, so that or at least for the next week, hopefully reaches 90, so that then I could sell that position for a profit. Because I know with IV Crush, I might lose some value in this, but sell that for the profit, so that then I can go buy some Nvidia leaps and sell covered calls on Nvidia. So yeah, stay tuned and subscribe to keep updated on my portfolio. Have a good week, y'all.